Hey guys, it's Stars136 coming at you with a video that is a bit late. I know that I meant to get this up back in the late February, but oh well, it's here now, and yeah, so this is basically behind the scenes or the making of Lego The Walking Dead Season 4. First off, what I want to talk about is the locations and also time. Um, so we skip all the way from day 80 all the way to day 296, if I remember correctly, 296 to 294. We see them on the road. They're just basically hiding in houses, looking for supplies, and they're pretty bad shape. We also get to see the new character Caitlin, which I really wanted to emphasis on. I've been having her in the back of people's minds, you guys' minds, since season 1, episode 2, um, because when her boyfriend died in episode 2, he told Mason to go look for his girlfriend or wife. I can't remember which one it was. It's been so long. I'm pretty sure it was his girlfriend. Um, and go look at him. Go look for her in Atlanta. When they get to Atlanta, they don't do it right away, but they do eventually do it. The final episode that season 3 they did it, which 2 whole seasons, 2.5 whole seasons basically. Um, that you guys kept on asking like, where is she coming in, and I planned that from the beginning. I knew we were gonna meet her at some point, or some point in it, and she actually was going to come in sooner, but I decided to have her come in after the Brutus thing because I wanted to really focus on Brutus's group, and he was a really amazing character, but he had to go just because we can't have him in it forever. But yeah, on to season 4 again. So Caitlin, ton of character development. Second half of the season, she actually had not much in the beginning. She had better character development now after all my pictures got deleted on accident, and I had to go back and recreate the whole entire Walking Dead series. She has a lot more character development in season 4 and 5. That's a little spoiler, not spoiler, but tidbit for you guys who are watching this. You should all be. But yeah, so next, we also see Richard with his wife Mary, and we see a lot of character development in him. Not as much as his wife, because his wife kind of faded out a little bit because she was missing for half of the season. Um, but yeah, and he finally becomes a leader. But we'll get into that later. So another thing is Stacy and Chris's relationship and her baby. Now that is going to be a crucial um, symbolic thing for a lot of The Walking Dead. Next season, because the baby's still in there. I can't tell you any more than that if it's still there after season 5 or something happens to him. But yeah, that is really, it's obviously it's not Chris's. We'll never be 100% sure, but it's most likely not his, which Chris has to live with, and he tries to put it behind him and act like it didn't happen, but he knows deep down that it did. And Stacey just can't hold it anymore. But yeah, she tries to take the blame for it, and yeah, it's really tough. And I'm excited to see what happens if they ever, meet up with each other again or die. It's one of the most it's one of those two's chemistry and relationship is one of my favorites in my whole entire series. Um, just because of how much has they've gone through together, and yeah, without each other they probably would both be dead, which is something that people hold on to in a world like that. But yeah, so once they get the whole group meets Jonathan's family at the farmhouse, They stay there for a few episodes. They find out that they're all infected for finally, and you know, I've been suggesting putting it out there. Everyone already knows that because of the Walking Dead series and comics, but you know, it hasn't been said, and Mason's group has not found that out completely. We saw that in season 1 with Richard's son, and the final episode. We've seen it hinted season 2 near the ending, when Bruce's men are shot and they're waking up as walkers. And then in season 3, there's a lot that goes on that hints that. But Mason figures out that, but he does not tell the group. He only tells, if I remember correctly, it's Stacy, Chris, I think Nathan. I think those are the only 3 that knew, or 4 that knew. But yeah, once Matthew and Henry turned, it was, they knew for sure, and Mason just didn't really want to tell anybody because he didn't know if he didn't want people to lose hope. That was the main thing, especially once going against Bruce, and then he just decided not to tell. But once I can't remember the guy's name. That's how minor of a character that guy was. The mechanic guy, not Joan the mechanic, but the other mechanic that was with Jonathan. When he died, he actually died a different way. When he originally died, before all my pictures were deleted, he died from a car. Actually, he was working on a car, and it was put up, propped up with one of those things, so you can be underneath it fixing it, and it snapped and basically killed him. When they got the car off him, he turned, but same lecture basically, and then he turned, and and then Mason told everyone, everyone's infected and we're all gonna die, and it's really and then once the Walker herd gets through, and actually some people were wondering, the Walker herd from season 4 episode 1 is the same one that hits in the the episode when they leave the farmhouse. And some people were wondering if we were going to stay at the farmhouse the whole time for season 4, because that's what I usually do, and I decided to mix it up. And I basically did the same thing when I originally recorded it. And also, I'm going to do another video of how The Walking Dead season 4, and every other season, I'll do this for each season now, how it originally was going to be before all my pictures were deleted and when I reset my computer. So I'll get in more in detail of what everything I changed. Like, there's a ton of character deaths that didn't happen. Some characters died earlier just because I didn't want to develop them. That's the hard thing, because I developed some characters so well that I forget that I did develop them in the new one. I'm like, oh, like Andrew, he was in, actually, and I'll give you this because he died at the farm. He actually survived till season 6. That's how much development he had. He didn't have too much, but he had a lot of development in the mid around the season 6, and then he died in the middle of it. But now when they got separated, the groups were split pretty well. Originally there was going to be more groups separated, but I decided to just have 2 main groups, and then also Troy and Jessica just kind of out there somewhere, and we do not know where they are. We may or may not find out in the future. But we had Richard take the helm of the main group, and Mason stayed in charge of the 4 or 5. Was it 4? 5, 5 including him. That group with Jonathan, Chris, Caitlin, and Nathan. And I did that on purpose because each of them had a relationship with someone, or had family, except for Caitlin. And Caitlin, I did it just so I could focus more on her development for season 5. She has a huge development season 5. I'm telling you now. And if you guys, from the season 4 finale, you will know what's gonna happen. Trust me, you'll know how dark tongue twister. I don't know why. Season 5 is gonna be really dark. It's gonna. If you thought season second half of season 4 was dark and weird. It's gonna get a lot worse. Yeah, it's yeah. So now on to this new safe haven. Well, so as you guys figured out in the final season, the group that attacked Richard and took all the women was in fact the safe haven that Mason was staying at. This happened, but they took the woman before Mason got there. However, now the crucial part to this. I did this on purpose, as you can tell, and this is going to cause a lot of conflict in season 5. And trust me, season 5, just so you know, has 15 episodes. I was originally going to have 16, but I didn't. I decided to condense one episode, the final episode, into one long one. Just because it would do better because of the character deaths and stuff. Because, you know, I've always got a character death the final episode. I always do that. But yeah, the safe haven, we actually moved out of Georgia for once, and it is now in North Carolina, which, yeah, and some people are starting to think that we're going to go to Alexandria. I'm going to shoot that down right now. I'm going to guarantee you I'm not doing that, just because in case the Walking Dead TV series actually goes to Alexandria, I don't want to ruin it, like mess it up in case they do, you know. It's hard to explain, but maybe we'll have characters come in and out, you know, kind of like I've done. But yeah. So yeah. Yeah. Alright, so now on to the plot twist in the final episode. So I wanted to focus, like, I needed to get the two groups back together, and I originally did not have this idea until, like, basically a few episodes beforehand. And it's kind of funny because, some people actually think that I copied the whole Negan and his wife things, with you know, being at, Lucas's, safe haven. But I actually did not even read up to, the Walking Dead, that issue yet. I found out about it later after a subscriber recommended me to a YouTube channel to watch the comic issues online. But actually yesterday or the day before, I went and bought all the way up to the current volume. So now I can read them. But yeah, I didn't copy the whole wife thing. Just so you guys know, there is a few scenes that are going to come up in other seasons and next season, especially, that I did not know about. Like, some of these stuff I don't know about, and it's just, like, some stuff I will copy, like, the first episode's Walker scene, in the highway, I did copy that, and I try not to now. I did that really bad in the first 3 seasons, and I do admit it. I'm trying to, I really don't do it that much anymore now, like, especially in next seasons, which you guys are glad to hear, I'm sure. But yeah, plot twist, so yeah, this is gonna be a crucial thing for the next season, especially, also seasons later, if they do ever meet up. That's a huge thing, though. Now there's 3 main groups separated, and they do not know it. Mason is living right in basically the lion's den, with his wife and all the other women except for Stacy and Jonathan's wife. Basically all the women in his house as sex slaves, which, yeah. And that's the thing, like, he doesn't know it, and if he ever does find out, yeah, just wait till season 5. It gets intense, and that's what people are going to be wondering. Will Richard's group ever meet Mason's, and will Mason and Richard, or either one of them, ever find those women? Which we can only, you know, like, wait. And yeah, so that's basically it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. This one's a little bit shorter, probably be about 16 minutes once I get done talking. But another thing I wanted to talk about real quick is there's a main character death that was supposed to happen this last episode. And if you guys notice, I did not have. This is the first season that for the season finale to not have a character death, a main character death. There was one character death, but it was not important. Connor died. I'm pretty sure his name was. It's hard to remember once I'm done doing it, and they're not important. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Connor, and he wasn't a main character. He was key of hope almost for Richard to find his wife, but he was not a main character. Which this is the first season ever to not have the season finale have a main character death. Season 1 we had a ton of people. Like, I can't even remember the people's names from season 1. And another thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a season 1 audio commentary and go back and just look through it, and talk about it, because I think people would enjoy me talking over each season. And then once I get all the seasons out, I will do it'll be like 10 hours long or something crazy like that, where I just talk, and it's gonna be so hard. But that's something to look forward to once I get all the seasons out in 2016. But yeah, the main character that was originally going to die was Richard. Now, Richard and Mary were supposed to die. This is why I'm probably gonna have to make another video, which would be about 10 minutes long, of what happened that whole second half of the season. But brief overview: the groups did not get separated. They started heading to Savannah to find a boat. It's kind of like the Walking Dead video game. Now I think about it, I didn't mean to copy it, I promise. But yeah, they head to Savannah. When they come to Savannah, they see a character. They don't see, but we see a character with an arm, kind of like a Merle hand arm, like one of those things, looking over them in this Savannah city, while they go to the docks to find a ship. They find a ship, brand new, the only one, but then when they get on, and this is what happened. Troy actually is still there, same with Jessica. Troy, there's a bomb on there. He finds it explodes, makes the ship sink. Richard and Mary are on there, and they basically die with it. And it's a really emotional scene. I really wish I did keep it, but unfortunately it didn't happen. And I did give them both extra time, which as much as I like giving them time, I feel like I'm giving them too much now. I kind of wish I did have them die this season. Unfortunately, as much as I love Richard's one of my favorite characters almost. But in the future I will tell you my favorite character. He's not in there yet, or he or she, because I do actually have two. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Please tell me if you guys would rather have these shorter or put these into 2 parts, because I do know that this is about 17 or 18 minutes now. But yeah, please rate, comment, subscribe, guys. I'm going to come out with another video of what originally happened, which should be about 10 to 15 minutes, and also a season 1 audio commentary of the first season. So please rate, comment, subscribe, guys. The Walking Dead season 5 of Lego The Walking Dead season 5 returns April 2014. I will not tell you what the date is until a few weeks from now. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more. It gets pretty crazy. And yeah, goodbye, guys. See you later.